Ruling All Progressive Congress has warned opposition parties in the country not to get too excited over the defeat of Kamala Harris, an incumbent vice president in the United States presidential election, saying Bola Tinubu will sweep the poll again in 2027. This is coming after former President Donald Trump was announced as the winner of the U.S. poll on Wednesday, defeating Harris in a stunning political comeback that set shockwaves across the world. And the 70-year-old business mogul became the 47th president and the oldest person to ever win the White House. Reacting, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Obi Orifo, described the U.S. election, which was monitored globally, as a true test of democracy, stressing that the Independent National Electoral Commission has a lot to learn from the just concluded poll. Ifo said it was interesting to see how the American voting public ignored the incumbency factor, which is still a big deal in Africa, and specifically Nigeria's electoral system, while the spokesman for the new Nigeria's People's Party, Ladipo Johnson, said though the U.S. electoral system is complex and has come a long way, wondering when Nigeria would end the era of tight leaders using the power of incumbency and security apparatus to intimidate opposition. Despite the developments, the National Publicity Director of the APC, Bala Ibrahim, has warned the opposition not to get carried away with the outcome of the U.S. election, saying the electoral processes between the two countries are different, and expressed conviction that by the time Nigerians begin to harvest the reward of the economic reforms put in place by the president, they would applaud and urge him to continue come 2027. What do you have to say about this?
The damage done by this government of APC, I doubt if there's any way they can repair it to convince Nigerians to come and vote for them 2027. I may bold to say that. But then, when some people say it cannot happen, what happened in America cannot happen here, yes, it may not happen here, it will happen here. Jonathan was a very powerful president too. He has every power any president of Nigeria has been having and could have. But the opposition hung the issue of insecurity. That time no poverty, but the issue of insecurity in the north. And that time, during Jonathan, insecurity in the north has not spread to the northwest. It remained only in the northeast. And these people put their hands together and they defeated Jonathan. You understand? It can happen here. They can defeat Tinubu flat. Number one thing, Tinubu has not really done anything to convince anybody that he should not be defeated. But today, you see, Labour Party is dying, NPP is dying, PDP is dying. That's the spiritual missile of APC that is killing them.
Why do you say spiritual missile of APC?
Let me put it that.
Yes, make me understand.
It's a spiritual missile of APC.
How?
Because they are afraid. Yoruba said, the man that has killed somebody with knife before, when he see table knife, with machete before, when he see table knife, he be fidgeting. Tinubu knows that because they were able to come together, the opposition that time, ANPP, CPC, some part of ABGA, and some faction of the new PDP, because they were able to come together at that time, was one of the reasons why they were able to defeat Jonathan. So they are working towards that now, that there will be fire burning in the house of the opposition, so they will not be able to gather. That's exactly what they are doing now.
Hey, you're accusing APC of strategically balkanizing other political parties,
But it's not,
opposition parties.
it's not against the law.
How are they balkanizing?
It's not against the law.
Your accusation, you can't substantiate that.
No, it's not against the law.
Nobody is saying whether it's against the law. No.
Yes.
According to you, it's a political strategy. Considering the fact that they came from different platforms and merged to become one to remove President Jonathan. So they understand.
They learn
the power of unity.
They learn. And they are perfecting their success 2015.
Okay.
They knew that because they were able to come together unhindered, that was the power.
But I'm trying to understand when you say that APC threw a spiritual missile.
It's a spiritual missile because you cannot see
political parties.
Anything you cannot see physically is spiritual.
Okay. Now, what you're saying is
yes,
APC is playing a card where it's balkanizing other political parties, but you cannot see, like you cannot see this.
You cannot see it.
You cannot say APC is doing this, but you know APC is doing this. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So what it means is that APC is not doing it.
APC is doing it.
How are they doing it?
Good. Anyone that is fighting to destroy NNPP,
okay,
if they go on the screen to talk, they will talk in favor of the government. Anyone that is scattering the Labour Party, they will always come out to talk in favor of the government.
The ruling party.
The ruling party.
Okay.
What else do you want? It's a political tactics and strategies that they are using. But our fear is that they should not turn this country to a one-party state. It's not a sin. That was the strategy and tactics they used pre-2015, and they won the election. And they will never allow any other person to succeed in doing that now. But my fear for them is this: no matter what you do, are you really performing well? For 63 years of this country, fuel was sold less than 200 naira. But for 1 year of this administration, fuel has jumped from 140 to 1,400. How many? What is that percentage? I'm not a good mathematician. For 63 years of Nigeria independence, a tuber of yam was still 200, 300. Now a tuber of yam is 10,000. Most families now, they can't eat again. No protein in their food. They were trying to subsidize with beans. Beans is no longer affordable. Now you see a lot of people now malnourishing. No protein. Electricity is not regular. National grid is a weekly basis now that it collapse. You understand? So that is it. And fuel is not affordable. My entire environment, from 8 o'clock now we are in darkness. Who can afford fuel? Barbing saloon now have gone to the old way of putting razor with a comb to barb. Because when they buy rechargeable clipper, where are they going to charge it? So the government has really helped Nigerians to be like this, though they are helping, because there is no hold up in the street again. There is no traffic, because a lot of cars are parked at home, including my own. So that is it. Then come to American system, electoral system. We have not scored 2%. The electoral system in America is so strong, stronger than any person. There is nobody in America that can call the electoral office and say, do this. But in Nigeria, is it the same? If our electoral system is very strong, you will see that people in government will be working very hard. Because if you are in government, if you are working very hard, invariably you are using it to campaign. It's an evangelical crusade you are doing. But they don't need to work hard. They don't need to do anything meaningful because they know at the end of the day, they know what to do. But let us not make mistakes. Nigerians are bitter now. There are some things you do in the past. If you try 2027, people will resist you. Not violently, but peacefully. That is it.
All right.
So to me, Kamala Harris, sitting vice president of America, and the what's the name? Democrat Party defeated 2027. If a PDP, Labour Party, NNPP and others, if they put their hands together, they could form what they call the third force. And this government will simply be defeated. Is there any petrol station for APC member to go and buy fuel cheaper? Most of the APC members I know in my area, they are coming to beg me every morning. And I will just go to your party secretariat. Go and collect free food there. So they are not happy too. Nigerians will pull surprise 2027. We will vote against this aristocratic system.
All right. Interesting. Fingers crossed. 2027 is still ahead. And well, are you expecting any major, any political strategy, considering the recent visit to Abia State to Alex Otiba and Kwakwanso? Are you expecting measures? Are you expecting certain political marriages to happen in line with 2027? Probably, like you said, forming a formidable force in order to battle APC. Do you see any strategic alliances happening?
There will be serious alliances. There are a lot of technocrats that want to come into the system, in the political system, to make sure we get it right, 2027. There are a lot of senators now. They can't go back to their constituency, to their senatorial district, because they don't have what they need to convince their people.
Have you?
There are a lot of APC people that are waiting at the wing to support any other political force that could defeat the party.
Have you considered the influence of poverty and hunger in the upcoming elections, particularly if it will be weaponized? Because you can't take away the fact that governments, regardless of the political party, during elections weaponize poverty. I mean, these are people that are so hungry that they will be willing at that point in time to sell their votes for 2 cups of rice, for 500 naira, for 1,000, for 2,000, as the case may be. By that time, people will be, I mean, you agree with me, Jackson, if you understand the way Nigerian economy works, it appears that a year to the elections, it's usually very tight. Money is scarce. People, I don't know, but it appears to always be the same, right? Then the year of election, it doesn't get better. And then suddenly, because of campaigning, money will start flowing a little bit. And then everything will now climax during the elections, when the poor and the hungry will cast their votes or change their votes, change their birthright, whatever it is, mortgage their future and that of their children for a cup of rice, for 500 naira, for 1,000 naira. Do you see that happening? Do you see poverty being weaponized?
It won't happen 2027.
Why are you so optimistic?
I'm so optimistic because people are getting wiser every day.
Okay.
And the more wiser people are becoming, the more wider they are also becoming. People now know that this settlement of 500 naira with a cup of rice, that politicians will now begin to trek and eating corn on the street. They will now go to Mama Put to eat rice. They know that is a deceptive strategy that the politicians are using, and that one is failed, and it can never, nobody will buy that trick from then again. People are wiser now, and people are wider. You will see people that they will come out wide. They won't carry gun, they won't carry machete, but they will come out to say, no, the government should go away. This is the government we want. So
you are actually seeing a situation where the hardship, the current hardship
will turn to we energize the people's revolt.
So it will cause an electoral revolt.
Exactly.
And it will not be weaponized.
No. It's political revolt. People will revolt. People will protest. To me, I've been educating people. There's no point coming to say you want to support Nigeria Labour Congress, that you want to go and protest. Nothing will come out of it. Let us wait. 2027, we will not die.
All right.
Let us come out 2027 and protest peacefully with our ballot papers. And that is what people will do.
All right.